everyone! Welcome to Tamarliel. My name is Tam and today we have a Guild Wars video for you guys. Enjoy! Hello everyone! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tam and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. Today I have a Guild Wars video for you guys and today I'm going to talk about a very controversial topic and a topic that I kept being asked. I don't know why people ask this question so many times, so much and so many times, but I'm going to try to answer it today. And today we're gonna talk about how to pick a race and a class. Alright, it is a controversial topic because everybody has a different opinion on how to pick a class and a race. Some people like to pick something that is going to be OP, some people like to pick something that is going to look nice, some people are just, I don't know, don't care about the look of the class, they just think about what the class can do. Everybody is different. Everybody's playstyle is different. I'm gonna talk a little bit about my experience with Guild Wars 2 and picking a class at the beginning. I started playing this game in October 2 years ago. So when Heart of Thorns launched, about a week and a half after Heart of Thorns launch, I decided to start playing the game. I decided to start with a free-to-play model without Heart of Thorns. So when I started playing, I made a class for myself. I picked Azura and I made a Necromancer. I played up to level 40 and I was really disappointed with Necromancer in general. I did not like the class, I did not like the look of the class, I did not like anything about it. Literally, I did not like any single thing about it. And I kinda got into a point where I wanted to quit the game completely. I wanted to stop playing and delete the game from my computer. Then I decided, no, you're not gonna do that. This is a pretty good game, you're pretty happy with the story, you're pretty happy with the world and everything that is happening. You're going to do a little bit more research. And then I got onto YouTube and I typed in how to pick a race and a class. And I came onto a bunch of generic videos where people were just talking about races and classes and everything like that, and people were talking about mechanics. But then I decided to just find the videos about classes in general. So I typed Elementalist gameplay, I typed Necromancer gameplay, Guardian gameplay, and everything like that, and I watched a bunch of different videos. And then I found Elementalist. I cannot remember whose video was that, but people were telling me, that person in the video told me that Elementalist is extremely hard to play and new players should not try it out. I really liked Elementalist. I don't know why, but it suits my playstyle. It is very cool, very good looking, it's everything that I wanted in a class, and I decided to make it. No matter how many people told me that Elementalist is way too hard to play for a newcomer, I decided to play it and try it out. It was a little bit tricky at the beginning because I had to level with bad gear. Literally, I had to level with bad gear and I did not have enough money to buy a better one. But I pushed it through, I liked the class and I did it. I got up to level 80, I geared my character, it was perfect. Elementalist is my favorite class in this game. I love it. I love the elite specializations for it. I love the Tempest. I'm gonna love Weaver. I already love Weaver, so Elementalist is my favorite class. The reason why I personally like the class is the gameplay mechanics. I like the skills that the Elementalist has. I like the overall look of Elementalist. So yeah, that is why I picked it. You might not pick it for that reason. I can tell you Elementalist is a really good class and go pick that class, but you might not like it. People were telling me that Guardian is a pretty amazing class. Yes, it is, but it's not my favorite one. People were telling me that Revenant is a good class. I don't like Revenant. In fact, I really do not like Revenant. I'm not gonna say hate because I do not hate it, but I do not like it. It's not suiting my playstyle and it's not something that I'm going to like. So please, you guys, do your research. Watch a couple of videos on different types of classes, different things like that, and pick something that is going to be your playstyle. I can give you an advice for it. I can tell you, if you want to have a higher damage dealing class, you can pick Elementalist. If you want to have somebody that is there in the middle that is a little bit more tanky and that it has more survivability, you can pick Warrior, Guardian, or a Druid. If you want to have somebody that is really fast and that is healthy, you can pick Thief. If you want a warrior with magical abilities, you can pick Revenant. If you want to be somebody who uses a gun and that has a bunch of utility bombs and things like that, you can pick an engineer. So there is a large variety of things that you can do in this game, and you have to find what suits you the best. I'm gonna go through all of the classes and tell you something about every single class, so you can make a good pick, but I cannot tell you which is the best class. There is no such thing as a best class in game. Every single class is pretty good if you know how to play it. So somebody asked me the other day, what is the best class for PvP? I cannot answer that. If you're really good with Elementalist, Elementalist can be a very good class for PvP. If you're bad with Elementalist, that can be pretty awful. You are going to die pretty fast. So I cannot really tell you what is best for what, because I don't know your play style. I don't know what suits your play style. I don't know if you can play it, if you want to play it, if you like to play it. It's simple as that. Now I'm gonna talk about the races. I'm going to actually double click to create a character and we're gonna hop into that. There is 5 different races in this game. Races are basically just the aesthetic thing. Race passives, racial passives, and racial skills do not mean anything to you. Literally, that is my personal opinion. It doesn't mean anything to you. You just find something that looks cool to you. I thought that Salvari looked cool. When I started playing, I saw that it doesn't look cool. Then I thought that Char looks cool. It's nice, but it's kind of chunky for my taste. It's kind of big for my taste, and it's kind of ugly for my taste, so I don't like it. Humans are a generic class that I like in every single game. I don't play it in every single game because I like to play something that is a little bit different from me. I'm a human and I like to play something that is not a human. Norn is your big type of warrior, kind of bulky human in general. So it's a bulky cave human, mountain human, whatever you want to call it. It's really nice. I'm not gonna read all of these things. You can read it on your own. You can find it on Guild Wars 2's site. So I'm not gonna talk about it. My favorite class is an Azura. I love Azurans. I love everything about Azura. I like the size. I like the look of an Azura. I am in love with Azura. It's my favorite class in game, and that's what I tend to play. My Elementalist is an Azura, as you can see. My Mesmer, my Warrior, and my Necro are Azura as well. And all of my characters are female, just so you know. I'm sorry about that, but yeah. And I love them. They are kind of tiny, and given that they are so tiny, I have a feeling that they are faster. I don't know why. They're not faster, but I have a feeling that they are faster. I like the movement. I like, for example, heavy armored Azura is carrying their big greatsword on the shoulder. I love that. I love that mechanics. I like the look of that. I like my Elementalist, for example. My Elementalist is an Azura. I like the look of the lightnings that is going around the Azura. I personally love it. So that is what I'm going to pick. You find something that is going to suit your playstyle and that you're going to like seeing in your game. You do not have to play Azura in PvP. When you get into PvP, you just click on, there is an option for it. I cannot remember the right name for it, but if you want to know, just type it down below and I'm gonna try to find it and answer to you guys. But you can have the proportional character models or something like that in PvP, so you do not have to look Azura in PvP if PvP is your playstyle. But yeah, just find something that is going to suit your playstyle and that you would like to see on the screen. If you hate the look of your character, then why are you playing it? I don't know. That is my personal opinion. If you don't care about the character look, just pick something. I don't know. Try to do personal story research and find something that is going to suit you best. I personally love Azura, and I'm going to test it out right now. As you can see, this is a little Azuras, and they look beautiful. Now I'm going to talk about the classes, because this is the video that is going to tell you how to pick a race in a class. Like I said, for the race, just pick whatever you would like to see in game. It's not really that important. You can pick everything and anything and still do everything you want in game. It's really not that important. So, Guild Wars 2 has 9 classes. Actually, it has 8 classes if you are on free-to-play model, and Revenant came with Heart of Thorns. So you will not have Heart of Thorns if you only have Guild Wars 2, the main game. Yeah, the main game. So, Guild Wars 2 has 3 heavy, 3 medium, and 3 light classes. We're gonna start with heavy. So we are having a warrior. Warriors are masters of martial skills. They rely on speed, strength, toughness, and heavy armor to survive. They're versatile in combat and benefit from offensive and defensive abilities. Warrior inspire allies and demoralize enemies. Warrior wears heavy armor. Heavy armored classes obviously wear heavy armor. Medium armor classes wear medium armor, and light armor classes wear light armor. Be aware of that. Light armor classes are going to be a lot more squishier. Medium armor are going to have a bit more speed abilities, and heavy armor are going to be more tanky, even though that's not the general rule. In this game, it's not a general rule. We do not have tanks, damage dealers, healers, and things like that. Everybody can be everything. So yeah, be aware of that. Warrior is your classical warrior type. I don't know how to explain that, but I just read it, and if you like something like that, try it out. Then we have a Guardian, which is basically a holy warrior. It specializes in healing. I cannot talk today. Guardian specializes in protective and defensive magic. A deep sense of loyalty to their allies fuels their passion and power. They're also skilled with a variety of weapons which they put to a good use against their enemies. Guardians wears heavy armor. Guardians can use staff. So it's pretty interesting to see that. It's a heavy armored class that can use staffs. If that is something that you're going to like, try it out. Then we have Revenant. Revenants manipulate energy from the mist to invoke the power of legends from the past, unleashing immense attack that dominate foes and unleash chaos on the battlefield. Warrior wears heavy armor. Basically, you have different attunements and different warrior invocations that you can use, and basically it's a warrior that uses spells. That's my explanation of it. It's pretty nice in gameplay, but it's not it doesn't suit my personal play style. That is why I do not like it personally, but it's not that bad. Simply, that's what I have to say about it. Now I'm going to move on to medium armor. Ranger are proficient with a bow. They rely on keen eye, a steady hand, and the power of nature to slay their targets. They are loyal pets which rangers tame and train, distract enemies, while the rangers strike safely from the distance. Basically, it's your pet guardian class, whatever you want to call that. It's your classic pet class. You can have up to 40 pets in this game. You can only wear one, actually have one on the outside, but you can gather up to 40 pets or something like that. It's a pretty fun class, not my favorite thing in the world because you have to control the pet as well. That's definitely not something that I like to do in my game. I don't like to do it, but Ranger, as much as I heard, is the easiest class to start with. I am not guaranteeing it's going to be the easiest for you, but people were telling me that this is the easiest one to play. I don't know why, but yeah, people were telling me that. Then you have your Thief. Thieves are adept to the art of stealth. They utilize surprise and shadow to get close to their enemies, and they are deadly in one-on-one combat. They have affinity for setting traps and going where they were never meant to go. Thieves wear medium armor. Thieves are your typical stealthy assassin type of a class. They're really nice. You have a lot of speed, a lot of stealth. You can get a lot of backstab, criticals, and things like that. If that is something that is going to suit your playstyle, try it out. It cannot harm you. Just watch a couple of videos for class skills, for things like that, and you are going to have the entire picture on it. Then we're gonna move on to Engineer. Engineers are technological and alchemical masterminds. They employ turrets, grenades, elixirs, and a variety of other impressive devices and concoctions to overcome their enemies. Engineers wear medium armor. Engineers are pretty cool. They have a tool belt with a bunch of different utilities. They can throw grenades, they can throw bombs, they have a bunch of turrets and healing abilities. They're pretty interesting in game, and I think that they're pretty fun to play. They're kind of on a difficult side to play, but don't listen to me. They were difficult to me. It doesn't mean they're going to be difficult for you guys. So yeah, Engineers are pretty fun if you want something like that basically have a lot of utility and a lot of extra weapons. Literally, it's basically like that. You have a bunch of extra weapons, elixirs, and things like that. It's pretty fun. Now onto a Necromancer. This is our first light armor class. Necromancers are masters of dark arts. They summon the dead to fight for them, channel blood energy, and render enemies' soul. Necromancers draw life force and use it to strengthen or heal themselves and others. Necromancers wear light armor. Necromancer is a pretty fun class. I have been enjoying it a lot recently. I haven't been enjoying it when I started playing the game. I don't know why, but it didn't suit my playstyle. Now I'm kind of growing to like Necromancer because I figured out that they are very good in PvP. In my personal opinion, they're very good at PvP because it suits my playstyle in PvP. Don't listen to me. I can only give you an advice, not give you the 100% decision that you need to play a Necro because it's really good at PvP. Necromancers are pretty cool in this game because you can use and utilize minions, and also you do not have to utilize minion. You can just put everything in your strength and utilize dark magic to play with everything. Necros can be melee and ranged. Melee is pretty much what everybody plays, and a couple of people I saw that they're playing a minion build, but it's not currently my favorite one. I like the pure strength build with double dagger, with the dagger scepter, and with greatsword. And you can use greatsword if you have the elite spec unlocked, but more on that topic later on. Also, Necromancer has something to do, something that is called a double HP line. It has the line that you can activate as an elite specialization. As the elite spec, you can activate that to have a second HP line. You basically morph into another form, and then you can basically have a little bit more time to kill your enemy instead of dying. And yeah, it's pretty fun to play. Now I'm saying it's pretty fun to play. If that is something that you're going to like, try it out. Elementalist is my favorite class in the entire world. I love my Elementalists. They're pretty fun to play, and I'm gonna talk about it. Elementalists have harnessed Tyria's natural forces. Their powers to destructions are drawn from affinity with the 4 elements that make up the world. They conjure air, fire, earth, or water to assault their enemies. Elementalists wear light armor. Basically, we have 4 different attunements, like I said: fire, water, air, and earth. When you're in fire attunement, you have a pretty good fire damage. And pretty good damage. When you're in water attunement, you can heal a lot. When you're in air attunement, you can stun your foes and you have a pretty good damage. And when you're in earth attunement, you have pretty much a lot of toughness and a lot of protection for yourself. So every single attunement has a different role that you are going to play with, and it is a bit tricky to learn all of the skills, but it's not difficult to play, in my opinion. I like it. It is utilized in PvE, PvP, and in World vs. World. So if that's something that you like, try it out. And the last thing that I'm going to talk about is a Mesmer. Mesmers are masters of mirage. They weave mental magic that confuses, controls, and invokes emotions in their enemies with a wave of the hand. They can shatter their own illusions to produce even greater special effects. Mesmers wear light armor. Mesmer is a pretty interesting class that I haven't seen in any other MMO, and I'm pretty happy that I haven't seen that in any other MMO. It is a pretty interesting concept of a class. Basically, Mesmers create different illusions, and when they shatter them, they do damage, or they stun their enemies, or they, I don't know, teleport to the place of the last illusion that dropped. I don't know. I don't quite know the mechanics of a Mesmer, but I know what Mesmers can do. Mesmers are pretty fun. They can open portals for teleporting. They have so many utilization in game in general. They also have a couple of skills that are really good for raiding, and that are really good for group play. So yeah, it's pretty nice class. I tried it out. I have it at level 80. I played a little bit with it. It's pretty fun to play with. It's pretty difficult for me to play with because you have a bunch of things to utilize and a bunch of things to watch out for. But if mirages and illusions is something that you like, check it out. It might be interesting for you guys. So yeah, I talked about every single class in game. I switched to my Elementalist because it's my favorite. I talked about everything. My personal advice for everybody who is starting Guild Wars 2, or if you're just trying to make another character, just find something that it looks good for you and that you would really like to play. Don't try to find something that is going to be OP in PvP. If you do not like the class, you're not going to be OP. In my personal opinion, you're not. unless you're some kind of a, I don't know, crazy gamer that likes to learn the mechanics of everything. Just find something that you're going to like and play something that you really think that looks cool. My personal opinion on everything. So that is it, you guys. I'm gonna talk about Guild Wars 2 Path of Fire later on in the later videos, so stay tuned on this channel to watch those videos as well. This is going to be everything for this video. I really hope that I helped you a teeny tiny bit, because this is a very controversial topic, and not a lot of people like to talk about this because it tends to be something that people fight about, so I'm hoping it's going to be okay. That is going to be everything. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my videos. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you play? Which game mode do you like? PvP, PvE, world versus world? Which class? Which race? Tell me down below. And yeah, that is going to be everything. Enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of the morning, the rest of the night, wherever you are in the world. And I'm gonna talk to you guys next time. Bye!
Bye everyone! I'll see you in my next video!